Hello everyone, and welcome back to Computing Kids Java 1. My name is Cameron. So, last time we learned about if statements, and to refresh everyone's memory on that, let's take a look at our player that we used if statements to be able to move with the arrow keys. So, a little reminder about what that looks like. Our if statement, as a reminder, has a keyword if and these parentheses where we check if something is true. So for instance, this if statement, which says greenfoot.isKey down right, this is checking for whether the right arrow key has been pressed down, and if it has been, then we are moving our character to the right. And today we're going to take a look at another use for if statements, namely collisions. So let's go back to our stage here. So we're moving our character around, and let's say we want it to be when our player character touches this elephant, we want the elephant to disappear. This is very useful for situations where you might be having a character that for instance, is collecting coins or collecting some other sort of object. So let's say we want this elephant to disappear when we touch it. So let's take a look at how to do that. So we're going to go into our player's act method, and we're going to use another kind of if statement to check whether we're touching this elephant. So first what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to check whether the elephant is there. So we're going to type actor elephant equals get one intersecting object elephant dot class. And let's make sure that compiles here. Okay, so basically what we've done here is we have checked whether our elephant and our player are touching. This get one intersecting object function takes the name of whatever your elephant actor is up here. So you'll notice that we have to distinguish between this, which is simply the name we gave this actor. I could name this anything I want. For instance, I could name this actor Mr. Elephant, or anything I want. Whereas this elephant.class, this part has to match up with whatever we've named our elephant actor up here. So once we've done that, we can then use an if statement to check whether our elephant and our camel are colliding. So let's take a look at that if statement. So as always, we're going to start it off with the keyword if, and then in our parentheses, what we're going to check is if Mr. Elephant, again, that's the name that we have given this particular actor we're checking for here, if Mr. Elephant exclamation mark equals, and then the keyword null. And let's make that if statement here. So a little explanation of this. Null in programming means basically does not exist. So, and this exclamation point here is a negation of this equal sign. So basically what this says is if Mr. Elephant does not exist, and if we flip the logic around there, this basically says if Mr. Elephant exists, then what are we going to do? Well, if we want to remove Mr. Elephant from the world, we're going to have to access our world somehow. And since we're not writing code inside of my world right now, we're going to have to do something else in order to be able to use our world to remove this actor. So what we can do is we can say world equals get world. And what this does is this gets us what's called a reference to the world, which allows us to do things like remove and add actors without having to be inside of our my world code. So after that, all we have to do is say world.remove object Mr. Elephant, and that is all we need to do to detect our collision. So let's take a look and make sure that works. And there we go. We have successfully collided with and removed the elephant actor from our world.